The problem I see though
Dire
is you're
team
still playing
back.
against the Grimstroke, and I wouldn't have a problem with
Radiant
sometimes
team
Pangos
back.
being against Grimstrokes, but the thing is Mars plus Grimstroke. This means that he's gonna jump one of your cores with the arena. If you go in with the Rolling Thunder, you're gonna be caught for sure. Usually you
It's true.
can maneuver around the Soulbind. When you're playing against the Mars, it's very tough to do because what you want to do is be inside of the arena
10
with the Rolling
seconds
Thunder and
remaining.
stop the advancements of the enemies. But the thing is, with the
5
Grimstroke in play,
seconds
you
remaining.
cannot. So for me, it's a bit weird that he decided to go for it. But still, you're playing with the Keeper of the
Dire
Light, so there's
team
gonna be a
back.
lot of swashbuckles. There's gonna be a lot of shield crashes. You mentioned that their mid laner plays it as well. Let's say he gets a Maelstrom, you get a double swashbuckle, you get a double shield crash, and that's actually a big chunk of damage that you might not even need your ulti to do much.
10 seconds
That is a
remaining.
really good point. I've never heard someone say that before. Just the because
5
I've
seconds
always been
remaining.
under the assumption that Pango can really play into any matchup. I think this hero is super unique. How your itemization is very versatile, and because of your mobility, you can take a different route than what your other four teammates do. And I've often said that I don't think Grimstroke is as much of a hard counter because you can do this, but like you just mentioned, it's completely different. Someone's going to be inside the arena. Your job is usually to run inside, disrupt that. But if you do that, you're going to be leashed up to someone. So that's a really point. I've not looked at that before. In regards to his itemization, often Lelouch has gone, I think every game
Radiant
I've seen
team
Diffuser
back.
played, if it is the
Radiant
position to
team.
Pango,
Dire
which
team picked.
anyway is just a ridiculous amount of damage, whether it's Maelstrom, whether it's Diffusal. So it's a good combo Polaris have at the moment.
Yeah, the diffusal is kind of the more go-to item right now. It's just some games, when you're lacking damage. I'm always thinking about the Maelstrom because I've seen it so many times that
10
sometimes you
seconds
lack damage.
remaining.
But I think Polaris might address that with some of their other
5
heroes.
seconds
You still
remaining.
have this Coddle. You could pair him up with anything to do massive amounts of damage. If you just have a stun, the Illuminate will be doing so much. The Lilgun they go for next. This is not the first time today that we see the Grim in the Nyx, so kind of a broken record, but a hero that provides a lot of stun and then a hero that provides a lot of damage on the supports. This is just a beautiful support duo that I love seeing together.
Can you exploit the weakness of the Nyx Assassin's lane, though? That's my only concern.
You the thing is, you have a Keeper of the Light, so if the Nyx plays properly, I think Chuan didn't play the Nyx Assassin properly against the Keeper of the Light in the series previous to this one. I don't think you can. Usually,
Dire
what the Nyx
team
hates
picked.
playing against
Monkey King.
is the clockwork. In the laning phase, throughout the duration of the game, he forces you to buy a force staff, which isn't something that you naturally want to do and stuff like that. But I think in this game in particular, no. I think the Nyx Assassin should be quite okay. You're up against the Keeper. You just go into his face. You get a core. A ranged one would be fine. Medusa is banned out, but there's still a Drow Ranger in the pool, which would be quite solid, to be honest. Buys into a Force Staff as well, which is great against the Monkey King. Goes into BKB, great against the Pango. You're protected by the Mars. So I think you cannot. I think this is a good place to pick the Nyx into, and that he should be fine overall.
I don't know what they're doing, though, with this Polaris draft in regards to the roles, because Pango Monkey sounds like a bit of a weird lane. So you got the confirmation of a 5 Bane. So what's this? Bane 5, Pango 4. So Pango mid.
Or maybe 3, and the Monkey King 1 or 3. I think that's the approach here.
10 seconds
I just
I'm not sure.
The only reason why I was hesitant because I've
5
really
seconds
not seen
remaining.
Monkey King played as a 1. I feel like he's very undervalued as a 1, and I think he has been buffed up slightly in that role. But people are, whenever I've seen him so far, it's only been as a 4.
The position for Monkey King in a situation when you're up against the Mars, I don't think makes much sense. The Mars takes way too many trees down with the arena, and as a position for Monkey King, basically you're constantly in the trees. That is what you do. You scout people. Also, you're playing against the Nyx. I have a billion games on the Nyx, and you just buy a Quelling Blade if you're playing against the position for Monkey King, and you can hunt him around the map setup for a very long stun. 4 seconds when he drops from the tree, plus 2.8 from the Impale. it is enough for any hero from any part of the map to pretty much join you. So in my mind, I wouldn't want to see a position for Monkey King. But yep, in Southeast Asia, the hero is mostly played as a 4. You're definitely right.
There's a handful of teams that like it as a 1, mainly Yangon. They're pretty much the only team I see it run so far. But I'm a big fan of Monkey King 1. I think the hero does an exceptional amount as the game goes on. Strong laner. I'm a big fan of Wukong's and how people can utilize that as a carry. They don't really have ways to lock people inside the Wukongs, which is a bit of a concern, but Lilgun, they are... I think you go for your 2 just because you don't know your carry matchup. And they do. Okay, we go Void Spirit. Interesting.
Okay, so that's the burst magic damage to finish people off. You have... as we said, the Nyx Assassin and the Grimstroke. These 2 can hunt. Void Spirit, now some mobility. When you look at Polaris, they have very limited lockdown. Very, very limited lockdown. And you have multiple ways to stop the Fiend's grip. So the Void Spirit should be quite okay here. He sees the Rolling Thunder coming towards him. Uses the Simulate, gets out, or the Astral Step. It doesn't really matter. And it's going to be quite nice. So I'm fine with this one. Also, the Storm Spirit is banned out. The Ember Spirit is banned out. So you can... you don't even have to focus that much on the laning counters towards this hero. And if he's laning against the Pango, he's going to be more than fine.
5 seconds remaining.
They've already banned out some of the good lane matchups versus the Void Spirit as well. Ember's gone. Storm's gone. You could consider...
Dire team ban.
I don't think you can pock because of the Nyx Assassin. There's a lot of control afterwards as well. I think you could consider something like a Dragonite, which actually just got banned out. So, yeah, there's not a lot left for Lelouch.
I mean, he could still go for that Pango. It is not a bad pick. It is not a bad pick. And Void Spirit, you know, it is the hero ever since he got slightly nerfed all of his spells, a little bit less in damage. The hero needs more levels to rotate. Pango with just level 6 is... actually able to rotate completely. Void Spirit, if he would rotate as a level 6, there is very low chances that he can get a kill. Just doesn't do that much damage. You need more points in the Simulate to be as effective, and of course in your Resonant Pulse as well. So that's why I'm actually quite okay with Polaris keeping the Pango in the mid. You help with the runes. Bane is probably the best hero at securing the runes, and then the Pango can actually rotate, go left and right.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that you just leave it mid now. Conker's going to be picked up. Okay. Oh. Well, Lelouch has got a very, very good Conker. So it gives them a little bit of control as well, which is something they were lacking. Of course, Void Spirit's always got Dissimulate, but the big thing is now you've got some team fights, some ways to keep heroes inside the Wukongs.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Kunkka. In a sense, you want to be the one to start the fight. You, let's say, start it on the Mars. Before he has a blink, he's always going to be showing himself. The boat comes through, and even if you're not starting on the Mars, if the boat goes through, the enemies can't really re-engage, because the run buff is gonna make a big difference. Lilgun, they have a ton of AoE damage, a ton of potential to finish off heroes, but the run buff doesn't allow you to do so. So Lilgun, I would like for them to go for some constant output of damage. The Drow Ranger, again, comes to mind, lanes well with the Nyx Assassin, builds naturally into a 4-staff, which is quite nice. You pretty much get Hurricane Pike BKB here, and you're gonna be fine. Ooh, okay. There's something new.
What's going on? What meta are we watching? I've seen an Alchemist and a Spectre. I saw a Lycan in the last game. I'm so confused.
And it is... I wouldn't even say that it's that great of a Spectre game. Maybe if you would go for that Ags again, ever since it got nerfed, the hero stopped being picked up. It used to be 30-second cooldown, now it's 40. But with this many stuns, you know, you have the Nyx, you have the Mars, you have the Grimstroke, even the Void Spirit is a good setup. That could be a good approach to just destroy these supports everywhere on the map. So that might be the approach here from Lilgun. I kind of doubt they're just gonna go for a Manta Spectre, something boring like that. I want to see an Ags in this game, and I actually think that Lilgun do have good ways to make that happen. The problem I see with Lilgun's lineup is taking down the towers. They're good at defending them because they have good team fight, but taking down towers, they're not good at those. If they come close to it, there's gonna be a boat, there's gonna be a Rolling Thunder, a lot of damage can go their way, and that is the the thing that I see them lacking. But overall, I think this should be a lot closer than in the previous game if Lilgun played properly.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing for me is just to see how the Spectre's able to shape up. I think he got some pretty decent buffs. HP regen from 1.5 to 2. It's really important for the lane. It's often been a hero that can sustain through a lot of the damage, especially with Dispersion. He got 23 base agi up to 25, so that's just +2 in damage, which that's a lot of damage. Like, that is a lot of damage. Increased the Spectre, and his Dispersion radius threshold was increased a little bit as well. So I don't know if that's enough to really make the hero viable. Definitely, I think the big reason why we weren't seeing as many like other carries, because there was Dusa and Tiny were able to farm freely without needing to buy like this big steroid. Yes, I guess Tiny had to buy like a shard, but was nothing crazy. So maybe we're going to see a little bit more Battle Fury carries. We're going to maybe see, hold that thought, as 11. Well, yeah, a bit awkward of a position to be in as they completely surround him. Almost 5 heroes in perfect position to make sure there's no escape. Unfortunately, they give the kill over to Xavius, but nonetheless, it will be first blood picked up once again for Polaris in back-to-back games.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of a Power Rangers formation, you know, when they surround someone. It's that's how it looked for a second. He was surrounded from all sides, just nowhere to go. He actually tried a good approach there to get them all away with the God's Rebuke, not using it immediately, but in the end, of course, when there's so many heroes, you're inevitably gonna fall. So Polaris, they get a first blood. I have to say, I'm actually okay with the laning setup for Lilgun. I was like, the Spectre and the Nyx are gonna have a bad time, but actually no, if Nyx plays this properly, goes into the face of the Keeper of Light, and he has the boots to do so, the Spectre 1 versus 1 against the Pango will get a decent amount of farm. I still think the Pango will be fine, but that's actually quite nice. I was thinking maybe you send the Monkey King towards the bottom lane, but they don't do it on the side of Polaris, so I think that 4-2-3 will be having a decent time here for sure.
Yeah, I think all the side lanes should go pretty well for Lilgun, because you have the Mars up against probably... Like, this is one of the worst matchups for Monkey King in the lane, I'd say. You can always spear away the Monkey whenever he starts to get aggressive. God's Rebuke is quite a nuisance. You pair him up with a really strong laning support that offers burst and kill potential, so... This is definitely not an easy lane for Natsuma to play with, and like you also mentioned, you know, bottom lane should go pretty well for Spectre. I don't see how they can kind of shove him out of this lane.
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to. And you can see Kishka how he's playing. This is something that Chuan didn't do in the match that we watched. He wasn't on top of the Keeper of Light all the time. The only time when you run away is when the Pango comes towards you. And never mind, he's gonna have to focus on creep. So Spectre, it all comes down to how many CS he can get. It's not the best CSing hero, but what you're gonna do? You can't really expect to do so well with the Nyx Assassin Spectre lane.
Yeah, I'm just really intrigued to see how he's also going to item build and how he shapes up. A hero we haven't seen in quite some time. They're playing this lane a bit awkward though. 4-2-3 went Dispersion level 1, and he was relying on Kishka to try and get the range creeps with Impale, but they missed that one. I don't remember if they missed the first one as well, but you're often hoping that your support can kind of fulfill that role if you didn't skill into it.
There was a skirmish on the top lane. Ooh, Ace almost cancels out the salve on the Monkey King, and now might actually pay with his life. This is looking pretty solid. Nah, they'll be fine.
Oh no, he sidesteps the dagger. They're still gonna continue chase. Stuns back up in a couple of seconds, and Kishka will find the kill. And meanwhile, top lane Xavius, he goes down as well.
Okay, so I have no idea how they killed the Coddle. 320 movement speed, and they get on top of him. The Nyx Assassin just, I guess, does such a good job, you know, when one illuminates by Carapace, and the others, then you get the stun, and you can get a kill.
Yeah, he literally, he chased the Coddle from the lane all the way around the hard camp, all the way into the river, then past the secret shop and back to the tower. So Nyx was just right-clicking for quite some time, landed double Impale, and... Well, I should say landed impale back-to-back on the Coddle to be able to close the distance and get a lot of damage. So, yeah, no, it did a really good job. And yeah, again, we mentioned the side lanes are going really well for the side of Lilgun, but it looks like mid, it's pretty favored for Lelouch at the moment.
Void Spirit is a hero that doesn't really lose the lanes. He doesn't die. He can pretty much lane against anyone, but the Kunkka will pretty much get more CS. He has better animation. He has a lot more damage from what we can see, and of course with the Tidebringer you can push in the
lane.
wave.
We got some battle going on. Mars gonna slam the shield down, so they're gonna kill onto Natsumi. Xavius will get a Corey for good measure, but unfortunately for 11, he doesn't have enough mana to get another return kill onto Xavius. So, does he keep poking? They got some creeps to tank the tower, but 11's happy with the damage he's done.
Yeah, and he should be. He should be for sure. You know, the Monkey King did drop down there, which is something that usually doesn't happen when he gets level 3. And I actually am surprised that he went so deep with the monkey. You should know that the Mars and the Grimstroke is something that can cost your life. And of course, they have 2 spells: the Nightmare and the Mischief to dodge the damage. With Bane, dead again.
Yeah, Xavius gets a lot of health back actually with the wand. He might not be, in fact. 11's just lacking some mana with the God Rebuke, and he sidesteps the stroke. Oh, Xavius is not even dead. Oh no! He missed 11. He had the movement speed if he just continued to chase. You know, as Xavius gets the bounty, gets a little bit of health back with the brain sap. I don't think he's gonna die. This is so much space. This is so much space in bottom lane. 4-2-3. Oh no, what's going on?
I actually think 11 could have gotten that kill. He actually stopped chasing because he wanted the courier to deliver the soul ring, and then he missed the spear. If he just got 2 right clicks off, he has the boost, the Bane has none. He definitely would have gotten a kill, but 11 wanted some style points there and ends up costing him a kill.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom lane, we saw Nevermind. Orb Corrosion, Urn Charges, the Blast doing a lot of damage on 4-2-3, more than he was expecting. And you mentioned that Kishka, kind of his role was to play on top of the Coddle. You had to always know when play hard, was charging up the Blast, so 4-2-3 could just sidestep it, miss that huge nuke, and then continue to play the lane. But it seems like he's not fulfilling that role at the moment. Maybe that's where the ward can come into play, though.
Yeah, he did it for the majority of the time there during the lane. That's why they got that 1 kill. But then when the Coddle went for some stacks and stuff, he kind of stopped doing so. And now he makes a mistake with the Spike Airpace. That could cost him his life, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Nevermind's going to swashbuckle through the Nyx. He'll get another kill to add to the tally. Some more Urn Charges. And look at that. Meanwhile, the Coddle's just back and stacking. He didn't get the Ancient, but at least it's now a triple at the hard. Oh my lord, Play Hard's doing everything. This edition, I've always been a very big fan of Play Hard, of course, with his previous stint on on Neon. That was when I was really big fan of Play Hard. We saw them go to Major. We saw them have a really good time through the first DPC's top lane. Ace 12 should be chased down. Xavier's going to get the kill off the back of the Brain Sap.
I take what I please.
This is shaping up to be an even bigger disaster for the side of Lilgun than in the previous game. You know, at least the Alchemist does get a ton of farm. The Spectre, what is she gonna do once she goes into the jungle with the Power Treads and the Falcon Blade? Literally nothing. So this time around, you're gonna have to be using that Haunt every single time to get the kills. But it's gonna be a tough one. These heroes on the side of Polaris, they're not easy to kill if you're behind.
They're setting up top. First rotation out of the position 2s. Look at this. It's going to be Lelouch waiting with the boat. Who does he want to target down? Looks like 11 will be the initial start. They won't even require the boat to get the kill on the Mars, so they'll still be having this one in case another fight breaks out, or maybe for this one. Xavius, he sets up for the boat perfectly. And Nightmare into the combo. 4-2-3 is going to TP in, but he missed the dagger once again to the burst. He'll still tick out to the tower. The Sanctity's going to try and TP in the double Astral Step. He doesn't have the mana at the moment. It's not... Oh, there we go. Has enough mana for the last second as Sanctity just gets the damage required to kill off the position 1 Monkey King.
That was...
oh, bottom lane as well. Never mind. Nice swashbuckle. Doesn't go past Kishka. Turns back to try and get the damage mitigation. And Nevermind's going to be okay. There's no way he goes
might
for
get
this.
A kill on the Spectre.
I don't know. Is he actually... Oh, he's going crazy. Nevermind. What? Oh, he's a
needs to run.
baller.
Kishka needs to run.
Never mind, it's a baller. Now they got the brain sap in the arsenal. The blast as well. Dude, I'm so impressed with Nevermind. I'm so impressed with this player. Like, he's someone who I really haven't seen on a high tier roster. And his stint so far in Polaris, he is looking quite goddamn good.
Yeah, that was just such an amazing play, understanding the limits of not only yours, but the enemy heroes as well. He didn't have the sticks. He was just like, okay, they're not going to kill me with this attack, and I'm going to go for the Rolling Thunder at the perfect timing. I'm going to bait them in as much as possible, and he even gets the solo kill. To be honest, even if the TPs didn't come, the outcome would have been slightly different. Maybe the Nyx doesn't die, but he did all of that alone. He set it up perfectly, and even this extra damage onto the bottom tier 1 is pretty much all set up.
This is huge. Sanctity rotating bottom as soon as Natsumi looked to leave his safe lane. And they should get Xavius, although Lelouch threatening to step in off the back of the double damage rune. Will hold Lilgun back and protect their support. But that is so important. That Natsumi Monkey King was trying to avoid the top lane. He TP's bottom and instantly is killed off. Now they might even get Nevermind top though. Swashbuckle unable to make it through the walls as 11. That's a big kill for him to find a solo kill for the Mars, so it gives him 444 gold for the bank.
That's quite nice. Kishka, bottom lane.
You'd love to give the kill to Natsumi, and they will do just that. So the Monkey King's still like not looking really bad in net worth. He's third at the moment. It's going to help out with a little bit of injection of gold into his bank.
Yeah, he's the one doing the worst out of the cores just because of that those two moves coming out from Sanctity. But even then, the Void Spirit just can't keep up. Not with the Kunkka and not even with the Monkey King. So Sanctity isn't having the best of times. He's going for a Witchblade, and this is the item that you go for when you need to be doing more damage, right? And I think that Lilgun understand it right now. They don't have the damage necessary, which is weird when you have a Grimstroke on your side. But the thing is, no Blink Dagger on the Mars, no towers fell down, and it's gonna be very, very hard for the Nyx or for the Mars to get close to the people with Inkswell.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
There we go. First T1 tower is going to be claimed, and instantly Polaris looking to smoke and sweep across the map as they have all their ultimates at the ready. Yeah, Brain Sap's up. They don't have a level of Wukongs, but looks like Natsumi's on the farming job, so they're going to try and connect to mid. 4-2-3 is the only one home at the moment.
Top lane.
Yeah, play hard. Kishka. There we go. Nice combo. The duo support from Lilgun. Able to get an easy kill just like that, but they might... They're going to be cautious now on Lilgun and how they continue to show across the map as Sanctity bottom. Oh, nice to simulate. Just gets out of dodge of the Boundless that was trying to set up and enable Xavius to close the distance with the Fiend Script. But they want to fight top.
They're defending the top tower.
Lelouch is trying to set up. The X combo, perfect timing. It lands onto both Kishka and 11. So they can easily kill off the Mars, and simultaneously Nevermind is chasing down another target of the Nyx Assassin. So Polaris not only make it one kill, they might even make it a third kill as well, as Ace 12 is going to be chased down under the tier 1 tower. Natsumi from bot to top he goes, looking to get very active with the early Monkey King.
That was so funny coming out from the Nyx Assassin. I have to say, he went in onto the boat just to like do more damage to the Kunkka with the spike carapace. But considering the run buff, it almost didn't even tickle the Kunkka, and he just put himself up for grabs there. So a bit of a mistake coming out from him. I understand it. When you're the Nyx, you always want to run into the boat, but in this scenario in particular, it wasn't that great. I have to say, Lilgun, a bit of a mistake coming out from them. As soon as they saw people going for their Void Spirit, they used
top
a
lane.
couple of
11's
TPs
in
on
trouble.
top lane. Wow.
The position 3 in the Mars, and look at Xavius with the backstab. Polaris are everywhere in this second game. And Xavius is going to have to commit the Fiend Script. Wasn't waiting to see if the Spirit Vessel was going to tick him out.
Was no reason to wait for that one, you know. Just use it now. You're gonna have it quite fast with the lead that Polaris have. They can just keep forcing
Kishka
things out.
Want across the map. Run to Nevermind, but he's not able to get enough distance away. So there we go. Nice usage of the Horn. But it's got such a long cooldown. 180. What the hell?
Yeah, it's a bit too much. That's why you need the Aghanims. That's why you really need the Aghanim's. But with the start that he had, he's not going to have it at a decent timing. Maybe he's going to have it at
Radiant's
17
middle
minutes
tower
in. And
is
the
under
thing is, you
attack.
need to prepare the map for when you do have it. The towers need to have fallen. But for now, Lilgun, I don't see that they can do it.
Dire's
Their
bottom
teamfight
tower
is
is
much,
under
much
attack.
weaker, especially once the Kunkka gets the BKB.
Polaris, they might be in fighting shape. Gonna miss the combo into Kishka. He had the Arcane Rune for that. Nevermind's gonna look to charge in the middle. There's the Soul by unleashing two together. But the damage is lacking on Radiant. It's a decent spell casting. They're gonna be relying on Sanctity to try and turn this one around, but they're fighting into the run buff and the mechanism heal as well. So Polaris are just recognizing with their items, with their heroes, there's just nothing that Lilgun can do early. This 4-2-3 is going to try and stand his ground and kill off Lelouch, but doesn't have the damage in the tank. Is never mind. He's hunting the backline. Sanctity's able to reposition. Oh, they get the tree cut. Beautifully done. I don't think it will matter though, as maybe it actually puts him in the wrong position from Sanctity. Tries to turn. Nightmare, in fact, setting up for Nevermind's combo. They have to be cautious. The respawns are starting to come back up as 11's going to rejoin the fray. Sanctity pierces the middle of the fight, but he's killed off from the blast. And now Lelouch has got the boat back up. What? He just used it at the start of the fight. Now he'll use it to the end of the fight. As Xavius is dominating on all heroes but the Bane, man. Who would have expected that? And now the goddamn Grinstroke again. They were respawning. They died the first time. They respawned. They thought they could turn it back around, but just continuing to feed more and more numbers into the side of Polaris.
I don't want to be pointing fingers, but 11, literally 11 is the reason that this happened. So what happened is that they went for the Nyx Assassin. Polaris made a mistake there. The Nyx Assassin dodged the boat. And then the Mars went forward while the run buff was still up. They could have just went back behind their tower, even maybe let it go. As soon as the run buff is gone, you smoke, you find the enemies, you destroy them.
Man,
But
Harry
what
Freak,
he
look at
did,
this.
he turned around
Look
with
at
the
this.
arena. Oh?
Xavius, he was hidden for such a long time. They didn't know he was just sneakily inside the triangle, just watching the Spectre farming for at least 20 seconds. And Polaris, they swung over and get another easy kill into the carry. Mid lane, they're trying to set up though.
Okay,
Beautiful
this is a
spy
good one.
carapace. And the burst is enough. Saint did it with that Wishblade. That's something you were mentioning. There's bottom lane, Natsumi. He's going to jump inside the arena and pulled old 11. He's going to have to utilize his ultimate defensively. He will get out of harm's way.
And the Monkey King is just so damn strong compared to this Mars. The Mars couldn't do anything to him. Look at the difference in net worth. It's pretty much 2k difference, and Natsumi is waiting for anyone to have the guts to go for this siege creep and just use the Wukong's command. But as I mentioned, 11, with that decision to go for that aggressive play, he just screwed them up so much.
Natsumi, he fell down for the tree. He's going to have to use Wukong's. But Dire not thinking about taping down. The Astral Scepter on cooldown from Sanctity. He's going to respect the damage from Natsumi. He's actually even moving aggressively.
Help is coming.
Yeah, they're starting to flock in, but they have a Observer Ward by the T1 tower, so they are getting the information they need. So Lilgun going to make the executive call to back out.
Okay, so there are some items coming soon for the side of Lilgun. Again, I want to put the emphasis on they haven't taken a single tower. 1, 2, maybe 3 sentries around the map. They have 4 at this point on the side of Polaris, one of them to devoid that ward. And that is enough to pretty much keep tabs on the next assassin. If he's not the one initiating it is a problem. That's why Kishka is going for a blink. I like the approach. You see that the towers are just not gonna fall. Your team is way too weak, so you want to go with the blink. They get double blink, they get the Ags on the Spectre, and they might be able to get multiple
lane, they're
kills
setting
around the
up.
map. That's the way back.
Xavius, he's got the Fiend's Grip. Ace 12 going to try and give him some protection, but the Ag shot on Inkswell. That hard dispel is going to prove to be an issue, but oh my lord, Natsumi gets a double boundless, but Radiant actually still want to take the fight. Dire a little bit too late to the party. Nevermind's going to try and swing on him with the Rolling Thunder. Is it enough as Natsumi's not even dead? Oh my lord, they don't have the damage for the Monkey King. Nightmare, along with the Glimmer Cape, offering all the protection he would need to keep his life. There's now 4-2-3. We tried to commit into the middle off the back of the horn, but they can swarm onto him behind the T1 tower as Natsumi stays alive and in the end is rewarded with the triple kill.
Radiant's top
Kishka got a
tower
cool
has
kill there
fallen.
on the Bane who was going back, having a sentry of his own. He knew that he wasn't being targeted. But look at this, Polaris now have complete control of the top part of the map. They know that they can stay there forever. And on the bottom lane, it's easier to catch people. So if you want to smoke towards the bottom lane, if the enemies are there, you can find a nice team fight on a very open space. So I think that now Lilgun, they might not be aware of these two wards on the lane from the side of Polaris, but those wards are gonna make a hell of a difference. And 4-2-3, the only thing he can do is farm the jungle. He's hoping for that Aghanim Scepter, but the thing is, at this point, I don't see that you even kill anyone. You have to kill the Kunkka first. He has a BKB 2000 HP. He's not gonna die that easily. This is a very, very hard game for Lilgun. 12k gold deficit in 19 minutes, and it seems almost insurmountable.
There's a good chance they're able to catch out 11 as well. The lane ward up top.
Poor guy.
Scouts out the Mars, who was trying to do whatever he can. I mean, in the end, they did get the top tier 1 tower. But instantly, bottom lane, look at this. They're setting up for Sanctity. He's got some support behind him. It's going to be Nevermind and the help of Lelouch to blink in, but it doesn't matter. The Rolling Thunder is perfect just to disrupt the combination. And it's almost like it's protecting the Conquer. They can't man-fight into the consistent stuns. Sanctity, though, one more ultimate charge with the X. Oh, beautiful. Drags him straight back to his demise as Sanctity is killed off. Kishka jumps into the middle, but the Nyx Assassin... Is he actually going to get out? All right, they're lacking detection. So Kishka will make it away.
Okay, that's cute. That's nice. Creating space a little bit for the Spectre. Not the worst thing in the world, but I thought that the Void Spirit was gonna get away from that one. He definitely could have done so, but you know, there is this thing that professional players tend to do. They're like waiting for the last possible second to use their spell or to use the Blink Dagger in some instances, and then they just get hit by a spell, stunned up, X'd up, and they die. So Sanctity trying to do a bit more there. It's gonna cost him his life, which at this point, you know, their lives aren't really that important on the side of Lilgun.
Oh, top lane again. Dude, the Bane is such a silly hero. They're going to be forced to haunt. That might have been the Aghanim Scepter. In fact, yes, it was. It was the Scepter here from 4-2-3. So, saves for the moment, protected for the Glimmer Cape. But as soon as they pin him to the tree, they get the vision. Bottom lane, though, they're onto Sanctity. Wukongs is out, Nevermind, unable to provide the chain control required to keep him inside the command. Back to top we go. A solution, play hard. They're in trouble. They're going to be forced to drop the boat just to offer some run protection, but the rest are dire. They're starting to TP tops and Lilgun. You have to get the kills and get out really fast, but 4-2-3, he's committed. He's even used the Haunt as well, so it's not like he can jaunt to the opposite side of the map. As 4-2-3 is going to end up falling, and they also get Ace 12 as well.
And now you see the difference in net worth, really. You may be able to kill one support, but another one is gonna be problematic, especially if Sanctity isn't in the fray. So they have to have more heroes on the side
might
of
be
Lilgun,
breaking
and the
out.
thing is,
11.
See?
Oh no, instant nightmare, now dire, yeah. It's gonna once again enclose around the Mars's location as Radiant. They have to get out. You can't stick around. You can't look to turn it to Sanctity. He might be in trouble though. He's not going to get enough distance away from Natsumi. Ash will step up in 5 seconds. Natsumi's still got the Boundless on cooldown as well. Do they continue the chase though on Polaris? Rest of the team coming to the location. Natsumi's going to just do that. Double Boundless. But Impale will hold them back for some time. Sanctity's in trouble. Attempt for the TP out. They have a way to cancel. Oh, never mind. What? Oh, I didn't think he would actually be able to catch up, but he has been exceptional this game on the Pangleaf. Really been impressed with Nevermind.
Okay, this is now just becoming a run over Lilgun. Who can kill more people? I think that they're gonna be making their own competition right now. Natsumi is winning though, because he has 10 kills to his name, 13 assists. He has been a part of most of the kills here. Hasn't been part of 10 of them, and I don't see a reason for Polaris ever to stop. They're just gonna go from one target to the next, and Lilgun, well, their ability to do something right now is I don't see it. You have to wait for a mistake. This is one of those games, because 17,023 minutes in. Spectre?
4-2-3, get out. Oh no. Oh, the Monkey King. What a hero, man. What a hero the Monkey King is to be able to just have any information when you're getting these pickoffs. They're trying to smoke the top. Maybe they're going to take a fight anticipating Polaris just to split up after those kills. They might be right.
Radiant's
Smart
middle
move.
tower is under attack.
But they still need to catch someone.
Dire are scanning.
Might be
Monkey King isn't
Natsumi.
a good target.
Oh, he's got ages, you're right. And threat of the BKB. He's not the target you want to bring down.
They find someone.
They're going to see them.
At least someone.
Natsumi's going to see them now.
No-
Pops the BKB instantly. Just going to look to turn. He can't control the Void Spirit, so we'll just aim for the easier targets instead. Ace will be the sacrifice, but the age is expiring shortly. Natsumi's going to pay a little bit of respect, but they actually want to rejoin. Never mind. If they can
Oh,
blow up
never
the
mind.
Pangolier, this is a really big target to kill off at the start of the fight. Lilgun, they will be successful at doing so, but I mean, now everyone has to get out.
Radiant's
Kishka's got
bottom
Blink.
tower is under attack.
Can use it to try and reposition, but of course Natsumi has so much mobility on the Monkey King. There's even an Orchid on Lelouch as well. They're just continuing to get item after item. And Xavier's, hang on a second. What's the Bane doing here? He's gonna give a gem over. Wait, no, did he just buy a gem before he died? I'm so confused. What?
Yeah, he bought it before he dropped just to save gold, so it's in the base right now. Either way, it's the Bane, as you mentioned earlier, he's just trying to be annoying, you know? If you're Lilgun right now, you killed that Bane, but it doesn't feel good. You're probably just mad, like, what is he doing here? How can he do this? But even if you kill him, is there anything that you're gonna accomplish around the map because of it? Not really. All three of the lanes are being pushed in, and Lilgun, they're still so sad right now. At least they stopped the bleeding. For the past 2 minutes, the lead hasn't increased, so that's one good thing going for them. We can find the good things, I guess.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to find the silver linings, especially when it's a game like this. It's only a 5% chance for Lilgun, 18,000 net worth lead, but they're experimenting. Fortunately, it's not working at the moment, but it can always work out shortly. They're soon to... What are they soon to hit? I'm trying to find some item timings. I mean, BKB coming out shortly for the Mars. They are all underneath a ward, which is never an ideal position to be in. Oh no. Oh no, Natsumi, look at this, is
Not looking good.
anticipating, just waiting for them to jump the lane. It's now instantly Polaris, 5 hero shot, just like that. They're going to try and blow up Natsumi, but the BKB just gets rid of all the damage they would require to kill off the Monkey King.
You're almost as good as me.
Well, there will hunt 11 on top as well, so no BKB for you, my friend.
Oh, he was so close to the BKB. Who knows, if you had BKB, maybe with Yasha, Sunjin Kaya on a higher ground. That, again, is the one thing though on Polaris. Like, until you... Honestly, I think Monkey Kings are very, very... It's difficult for him to see high ground until he gets level 25. As soon as you have that extra ring in Wukong's and maybe like Refresher, you can just happily drop down a command and siege for free. But it's not at this stage of the game where you can kind of force these objectives easily.
I now,
Radiant's
when you
middle
said,
tower is
are
under
there any
attack.
big items coming out? This lineup from Lilgun, it is not a type of a lineup that you're relying on one item. You're relying on the aggressiveness of your
they've run into
lineup.
4-2-3
The thing
bottom.
is, you can't be aggressive.
He might be in trouble. He's going to look to try and utilize the horn, creating chaos. Instantly, Lelouch, though, he turns it back around with the BKB. So targeting down the Grimstroke. Was trying to play off the Tidebringer. That would have been awkward if he didn't have creeps to hit. Remember the Mars.
11 doesn't want to get a BKB.
Yeah,
he doesn't want it.
Oh no.
Man overboard.
Oh, no, don't lose the ward. They go with this now? Do you go high ground? What's the play?
Well, you're just so
Oh,
far
they
ahead,
might kill
so you want to go
Sanctity.
for kills.
Chain control is going to have to be perfect, and it is. Sanctity's gone. 50 seconds on the deck. A triple fort Lelouch, and they're going to force out the Glyph as well. So this will be able to kill off the creeps, but they might stick around afterwards. Why not?
They're not great at pushing, but the thing is, when you're allowed to attack with so many
Kishka?
heroes, Kishka goes in.
Okay, they blow up. Never mind. Can they get anything more out of this, though, is the question. It's going to be defensive Wukong's command.
Radiant's
They
bottom
might just
tower
use it to get the range barracks and then get out of the Lelouch. He snagged a fish. The Nyx Assassin falling lower and lower. Play hard. bit of reap. Oh, what the? Okay.
Hail.
Dire's middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
There's gonna be an axe on the Keeper of the Light as well. So people trying to run away from the Wukong's command, they're gonna be looking at the light and they're gonna be slapped by a billion monkeys. So it's not gonna be that nice for them. Finally, the side of Polaris will get that big AOE ulti when they don't have the rolling thunder, and it's much easier to execute with that one. The BKB is only the Mars will have it, and that's only if 11 doesn't decide to go for another suicide mission once again. And okay, 11, he might die once more.
I think the scan just went red as like the last millisecond before it expired, so we got the confirmation that they were starting to pivot to his location. So 11
And
is...
he's not being greedy.
I mean, he's been greedy the entirety of the game. Now he's like, all right, I'm gonna change my mind.
And he even misses the God's Rebuke on there on the creep. If this costs him his life, because okay, it won't. Spear, let's go. He has the BKB. Finally, 11 will get it.
Alright, top lane, they're onto Sanctity. Again, he doesn't have a defensive item for the Void Spirit. So we saw how difficult it was to kill him prior. Now they're down to bottom because they're stalking Spectre. Natsumi with the Silver's Edge. He might be forced to haunt to move to the top side, but it won't even have an opportunity. As Wukong's Rolling Thunder, everything they feel required to get the kill. Now even the Grimstroke just overstepping. Gem on the deck. I don't know how they ever got a gem on Radiant, but this is looking like
Radiant's top tower is under
insurmountable lead.
Yep, it is. It is impossible to come back. It's very close to 1,000 gold per minute, which is I don't think that in competitive games people have ever come back from that kind of a deficit. It's way too much, and the itemization, the draft, the way that Polaris or the way that Lilgun's lineup should be working as pick off after pick off after pick off, it's not gonna happen because now Polaris can just get themselves together and just storm the base, which is exactly what
They're
they're
going to
doing.
look to blow up the Monkey King. Xavier's waiting in the wings for the perfect Nightmare. Will give Natsumi an opportunity to pop the BKB and instantly turn around. And look at all the control they have. They're fighting inside the white hole. They haven't dealt with the Ignis, so they can't do anything on Lilgun. This is full control that Polaris have inside the choke point as multiple buybacks are flocking in, but it will not matter as Polaris are way too far ahead. A double for Lelouch, looking to make it a triple, maybe looking to make it a rampage. Lelouch needs one more kill to end this game. He's going to try and stand his ground off the back of the BKB. Oh, he doesn't want it. He's going to TP back. No, Lelouch, come on. Oh,
Coward.
All right, coward. All right, we had an exceptional game. We went 16-1 and 18 on Lelouch. And in the end, the trend continues. We had all 2 zeros today.
Yep, we did, and there Lelouch kind of robbed us of the second rampage of the day. This one would have been more hype, but he decided to keep his KDA score well, that's fine by me, but I was kind of hoping for a rampage there. Still, Polaris, not much to talk about this game. I mean, they played an amazing one in Lilgun. When you have a lineup that's reliant only on pickoffs, on timings, and you miss the timings, you miss the pickoffs, you don't get anything, this is just how it ends. They triple you in kills, and I didn't see a single point in this game where Lilgun made a good move, like a move that's gonna pull the enemies to one part of the map, then you strike on the other, something along those lines. They had some solid reactions. Spell usage was on point, but other than that, Lilgun really underwhelming in this one.
Yeah, I'm just honestly happy we just got to see them experiment on a couple of things. The Alchemist, it almost was able to work out. They had some shining spots in that draft, and this draft in particular, though, we couldn't really see the synergy come through from the Spectre and what they were trying, but the nice thing for them is that it's going to be a long group stages. They have a lot of series. They're one of the few teams. I actually think they were prior to this series, the only team with the fewest amount of series played. So they still have a lot more games under their belt to try and pick up some wins. But unfortunately for them today, they are going to drop 0-2 to Polaris, who are continuing with a really dominant start. They're now going to jump up to 8-2, so they will be tied with NGXC in first place.
Yep, they really did a good job, Polaris. I'm impressed. Lilgun usually a team where they tend to surprise their opponents from time to time. Against Polaris, it just didn't work out. These were two really clean games. Yeah, you can put the first game like, oh yeah, the Alchemist almost got it back, but it was on the back of Polaris being a little bit too. I mean, approaching the high ground a little bit too leisurely. So the second they started playing well, the second they put a thought into what they needed to do, they were just better than Lilgun, and they proved that they're a much better team today.
And that is going to be it for us tonight. We've had 3 best at 2s and all of them going in 2-0 fashion. Enigma Galaxy C were able to beat the lads over on Patriots. They also beat Neon, and then of course our last series Polaris winning. But tomorrow we will have more BTS Pro Series 11 action. We're going to be kicking things off with RSG taking on Motivate, NGXC versus Lilgun, and then Lilgun versus Patriots. So tomorrow, again, we'll be starting at the same time. All of Phase 2 is starting at the same time, 5 p.m. Singapore. So we will see you guys tomorrow for some more BTS Pro Series 11 action at 5 p.m. Singapore tomorrow.